On today's Daily Slab, we are going to be looking at James Harden's weird 2 games against Boston. We're also going to be looking at the highest priced cards of the week, and we're going to end it off with a little Ohtani news. So sit back, relax, and enjoy today's Daily Slab. Welcome everyone to the Daily Slab. I am Nate, and the trender for today is James Harden. So I wrote this trender a couple days ago after Game 1. It went out in the email, and he had a great Game 1. The Sixers won, 119-115. James Harden scored 45 points. And the reason that was big news was because James Harden this year had his lowest scoring point total of the last 10 seasons. In fact, he scored just over 20 points per game this year, 21 points per game this year, which was the lowest of the last 10 seasons since he was 23. And so while it was a fine year, it was a somewhat disappointing year considering he used to be one of the prolific scorers in the NBA. Year in and year out was near the top of the leaderboard in points per game, to then this year being, and last year, being somewhat disappointments. And those disappointments in the scoring category, along with changing teams multiple times and forcing his way out of town, had his cards dropping significantly. Even nice cards like his 2009 Topps Chrome Rookie Refractor numbered to 500 PSA 10. In 1 year, that had dropped 69%, $5,500 drop on that card, which is extremely substantial, especially for one of his nicest rookie cards you can get. And so the 45-point game, you're like, well, if he can keep this up, now 45 points might be a bit extreme, but if he can keep up good scoring games and help the Sixers pass the Celtics, and then to face whoever they face in the next round, either the Heat or the Knicks, and maybe make it to a championship and then win it, it would be a huge burden off his back since he has not won a championship, and a huge burden off the 76ers back, who have been trusting the process for years and years and years. So the idea is, if he keeps playing well, the card should go up, at least some. And then he played Game 2. And in Game 2 against the Celtics, this dude shot 2 for 14 from the field. And he only scored 12 points. He added in 10 rebounds, 4 assists, but he only scored 12 points. So to go from a 45-point game in which you need pretty much all 45 points to win, 119 to 115, to then putting up a 2 for 14 performance and only 12 points, just goes to show you that sometimes one good game is just one good game, and if a guy looks like he's lost a step, he probably has lost a step. James Harden looked like he lost a step this year, and Game 2 was not beautiful, and so that 69% down, unless he figures things out quick, it probably is not going up anytime soon. In what's happening, we've got our top 5 sales of the week. And a slight caveat, I record this on Thursday for a Friday release, which means there haven't been any sales for Thursday or Friday when you're watching this. So it goes Wednesday to Wednesday. Those are the parameters for our search, is Wednesday of last week to Wednesday through the end of Wednesday this week. So with that in mind, here are our top 5 sales of the week. There are some absolute doozies this week. So number 5, 1966 Topps USA Test. Bobby Orr Rookie PSA 8.5. This sold through eBay on a best offer for $115,000 on May 1st. Pretty substantial sale. I've never heard of the USA Test, so I'm curious as to what that is. I'll have to look more into it, but a massive sale nonetheless. Number 4, at 2020 Bowman Draft Sapphire, Pad Perdasha Anthony Volpe, 1/1 auto PSA 1010. That sold on Golden, and that sold for $124,800 on the 26th of April, which was last Wednesday. So a massive, massive sale for the new Yankee shortstop. Of course, Pad Perdasha autos are so nice. Pad Perdashas are just super nice. Pad Perdasha autos, obviously, as well, very nice. And Anthony Volpe, or Volpe, sorry, will be interesting to track his career and see how he does manning Derek Jeter's position for the Yankees. Number 3 on the list is a 1952 Topps Jackie Robinson auto, PSA authentic, sold on the platform Love of the Game, and it sold for $135,456 on April 29th. Very cool card. Obviously, 1952 Topps, amazing. 1953 Topps as well. One of my favorite sets ever produced. In fact, I think if I had to choose, I'd probably choose 1953 Topps over any other vintage set. And any time you can get a Jackie Robinson auto card, it speaks for itself. So you can see the price there, $135,000. Honestly, I'd rather have a Jackie Robinson auto like this than any of the other cards that are available this week. Number 2 is the 1986 Fleer Michael Jordan Rookie PSA 10. And that sold for $169,065 on the 26th as well. What an absolute drastic drop for this card. This is a card that once sold. There was one higher than this, but it was a PWCC Eye Appeal stickered card. The non-Eye Appeal sticker once sold for $720,000 on February 1st, 2021. $720,000 down to $169,065. This is a bit up from some of the previous sales, but still significantly lower than what it sold back in 2021. And then number 1 on the list is this 2022 Prism World Cup Lionel Messi Gold Power or Super Refractor. 1 of 1 PSA 10 that sold for $218,400, also on the 26th through Golden. Just an absolutely incredible card. Messi having some problems with PSG, and he's getting he gets suspended from the team for taking a trip, and he's not going to be back. So we'll see what happens to Messi cards. But in the meantime, this is an incredible card from the year he won the World Cup. So I get the price point there, even if it's a bit extreme for a 2022 card. As for my favorite card this week, I already mentioned it. I mean, if you're giving me an option between all these cards, and one of my options is a Jackie Robinson signed card from the first year of Topps, I am taking that all day long. So for me, the best value is the 1952 Jackie Robinson auto. And then lastly, we've got our post of the day, and our post today is from Codify, a tweet, and there's no card info here, but I thought it was interesting. We all knew this was going to happen at some point, but it is pretty cool. The only players in the American National League to have struck out 500 plus batters and hit 100 plus home runs in MLB history, of course, Babe Ruth and Shohei Ohtani. Ohtani just struck out his 500th batter just the other day. In fact, I believe he was the second fastest to 500 strikeouts in a career behind Corbin Burns from the Brewers. So, congratulations to Shohei Ohtani on your 500th strikeout, and I cannot wait to see what else he has in store for record-breaking down the line, because he truly is a one of one. Alright, thank you everyone for watching today's Daily Slab. If you enjoyed this video, please click that like button, and don't forget to hit that subscribe, and I will talk to you over the weekend for the next Daily Slab. See you everyone.